Hi guys, welcome to week 12 of our writing series. I hope you have been enjoying these videos and slideshow presentations and that you're ready to get back to working hard in this week 12. All right, so let's get started. Last week we looked at the supporting details in our essays and we made sure those were relevant and good, so we should have some nicely supported essays going into this week. And then in the before writing activity, hopefully you reviewed the form and meaning of first conditionals, because in this part of our writing lessons this week, we're going to look in your essays at how you use those if sentences, those first conditionals, to further support our opinion and really make these essays really well supported and well written. Because this week, in part 2, in the after writing section, you are going to be writing your final draft. Yay! All right, so let's get started. Getting ready. We're going to look one more time at Sheikh Hafan bin Muhammad al-Esri's essay on happiness. And what I want you to do is see if you can find all of the if sentences. Did you find them? There they are. We have quite a few if sentences in this essay that he has written for us about happiness. So my question is, why does he use if sentences? What is he trying to do by using so many of these first conditionals? Well, let's look a little bit closer, all right? If we look at Sheikh Hafan's sentences more closely, we can see that he uses some of the sentences to describe the result of a possible action and some of his sentences to give advice. So look at these sentences and see, can you decide which one are the result, describe the result of a possible action, and which of these sentences does he use that if clause to give advice? All right, you think you got it? Let's do it. Here we go. Yes, he uses these two sentences to discuss the result or the possible result of an action, and he uses these sentences to give advice. We're going to look at these in more detail in just a second, but let's review quickly that when we use the first conditional, right? We use that to talk about things that will probably happen in the future, right? If you do this action or result may happen. So we use first conditionals to describe, oops, I didn't mean to do that, possible results of an action or to give advice. So let's look at Sheikh Hafan's sentences a little more closely. And you see here in the if clause, we have our action. If we live in the present, then the result, we can be happy. Possibly, right? Maybe I can be happy other ways, but in Sheikh Hafan's opinion, if we live in the present, we can be happy. Also here, in his opinion, if we choose to be happy, then we can be happy. All right, so here's the action, here is the possible result. All right, like we said, you can also use the first conditional to give advice. So here is what I want to happen. I want to be happy, right? And so according to Sheikh Hafan, this is what I need to do. I must see and enjoy the wonderful thing in the life right now. So this is his advice. You can also put the advice in the if clause. If we spend our time worrying about the future, the past or future, we will never find happiness. This is what I don't want to happen. So we can also use the if clause to talk about things we don't want to happen, what you don't want to do. So we don't want to spend our time worrying because we will never find happiness. And then again here, what I want to happen, I want to discover the secret of happiness, so I need to remember this. And that was all the things he talked about. All right, so in our next part, we're going to look at these sentences a little more closely to look at the language and how he actually makes the sentence. All right, so come back for that, and we'll see you in just a minute.